Johnson, and happy Wine Therapy Wednesday. I'm excited that you all are tuning in today to our third episode of Wine Therapy Wednesday, Season 1. I'm excited. I have a great topic that I thought about all week, and I can't wait to share it with you so that you can kind of sip, process, and also write down some things that you can work on your daily life, right? So before we get into the topic, I have my wine up today. And it is, again, the McBride sisters. They actually have like a good collection of wine, from sweet to bitter, dry, red and white, right? So I enjoy red wine, of course. That's one of my favorites. And this is a red blend of the McBride sisters. And I can drop a link in below to give you the different place where you can purchase the McBride Sisters wine. So I hope y'all can pick up one and just, begin to kind of try it out to see if you like it. So today, our topic is about what brings you confidence. And I thought about that because I've been giving therapy over the past week, and that's something I've been talking about with some of my clients. And I felt like, it gave me a time to think back on when I lacked confidence and why and how I overcame it. So confidence is, you can look at it as people actually depending on you in a sense, like they're confident you can get the job done. Like, oh, they'll do it, Marissa do that, I'm confident, I don't have worries because you've done so well. And it's also having trust within yourself and firm trust with others. So it's been many a time that I lack confidence, for sure. And one example I want to give is definitely social media. So I'm not just like super big on social media, but now I'm becoming to, actually, brand myself more. So I have to be on social media more. But before then, I actually got off social media. I did. And I got off because I lacked confidence within myself and my look, my work, because I was like measuring myself up to people on social media. Literally, you have the IG models, you have the social media influencers, and you have people that just kind of post happy pictures, right? And it makes you think that their life is just amazing, and we get caught up in likes and shares, and they can get like, oh my God, I've seen the most like 2K, 3K likes with just people I know. And I'm like, dang, how did they do that? Like, what am I missing? What am I doing wrong? Even with shares, so we start to live our life off of likes and shares when it comes to social media, but we don't have to. That's when the confidence leaves, the self-esteem lowers, and you just don't, have anything to look forward to within yourself because you're worried about what someone else is doing. When that's just a one-day thing, that's just one picture of their day. Who knows how the rest of the day went? Nobody's on here saying, I'm just perfect, and if they are, that's not life. When none of us are perfect, we go through different trials and everything, but it's all about overcoming, right? So I definitely lost a lot of confidence in the beginning when it came to social media. I took a break like a year, I think, definitely like a year. And then when I got back on, I just realized that I don't have to worry about what someone else is doing. I need to focus on myself. And then the more I focused on myself and what my abilities were, I started gaining confidence in myself and who I was because I focused solely on me. So confidence starts with you, because honestly, if you don't have confidence in yourself, then the next person won't, right? So you have to do your work to gain confidence within yourself first, right? So I'll give you another example with my job. I worked in Mississippi. I'm from Mississippi, by the way. So that's why I sound the way I sound. I'm very country, but it's not going to change. So I hope y'all like it. If not, we're going to pray that you like it. So I am from Mississippi, and I work for the state of Mississippi. It was my very first job, my career job, by the way. I started in 2014 as a CPS worker. I'm a social worker, by the way. And I work to, improve lives of others, help them achieve whatever they need, be there for them, give them their needs, this and that. And I began to lack confidence in the ability to do my best job, be my best self at my job by looking at my peers who, it seemed like they did an excellent job. They're like, they know what they're doing. But I forgot that they have more experience than I do. I was a newbie straight out of college, literally coming from the HBCU, MVSU. Literally just got out of college and went straight to the job. When the jobs before that was like Walmart, Dollar General, something that is a good job, right? But when it came to my career, something I wanted to build, then that's when it got tricky. So I lost confidence in just watching them do their work, watching them, deal with their clients, how, good they were with their clients, how good they were with just the simple stuff as documentation and more. So I started to gain confidence when I realized the impact I made on my clients. It didn't matter about what they were doing with theirs or how they did this or how they did that, but it was about, it then began to come about what I did for my clients. How did I impact their lives? What did I do good for them? How they felt when they received whatever it was that they needed from me, and how they were so appreciative. So I was like, oh, I can do this. I mean, it didn't matter to me anymore about what anybody was doing. Like, oh, I can do this. As long as I'm changing lives, I'm helping this person, and they're appreciative, grateful, in tears about how things went. I can do this because this is what I want to do. So that's when my passion started, when it came to helping other people. So I love my degree. I'm a social worker. Wouldn't change it, right? So definitely gained confidence in that area. Over time, of course, but I did. And once I gained that confidence, I felt like you couldn't do anything to stop it. I went from the frontline worker to a frontline worker with a higher level, because I got my license. I was doing good, and then I became a supervisor within 3 years. So that let me know I'm doing something right, and I'm gonna keep going. Keep believing in myself and doing my very best. And I left as a supervisor. I missed them, of course, but I started gaining confidence when it came to my first job, when it came to other jobs. So I'm a therapist now. I have my doctorate in professional counseling. And therapy was tricky at first. It wasn't easy. It's I don't have the verbiage everybody has. I talk the way I talk. So I'm myself with my clients. And, I looked at some of the other therapists, and they would say words that I'm like, what did they say? This what you want to hear? And it was just yeah, I'm not going to go that route again. I'm not, nope. If God gave me the degree, I worked hard for it, I learned and did research, I got this. And I specialize in suicide prevention and depression with kids, but I also learned other ways and techniques of therapy with other, issues and adults and more. So I realized that, what I went through in the past helped me to get where I am today when it comes to confidence in my career. Another story would be when I was a singer. So I was the high school singer. I was the choir singer. I was in the praise team. They always called on Marissa to sing. And I just thought I was the best singer in the world, because they had confidence in me. It built, I didn't have a lot in myself at first. I was very, very shy. I'm I don't want to sing, get nervous. I'm not confident enough that I could, actually remember words. And because the people were feeding into me, my church members, choir members, it gave me a boost of confidence. Okay, I can do this. And I actually heard somebody sing that could blow. They blew me out the water, and I was like, oh no, I know this ain't real. But you have to remember that you're not the best of everything. It's always somebody that's gonna do something better, but you be good at what you can be good at. So I decided to keep my confidence in what I could do, what my limit was, and I did my best. So I tried my best not to lose confidence in any way, because it wasn't worth it. Again, with social media, that's what they do. I can't focus on them. I lose confidence. With the job, that's what they do. That's how they roll. I don't roll like that. I do what I can, and I'm confident in what I can do. So the same thing with singing. And I actually love to hear people who can sing, and those who can't, it's a joy to hear them try. Not lying, it is funny. So confidence, right? And my last thing I can talk about is confidence is in my relationship. Lacked it because I hadn't had me in a relationship. This is first, second one, in all my life. Literally, I have not been in a relationship, y'all. And the person I'm in a relationship with now, who is Steve, he has the utmost confidence and respect and, idea of who I can be, who he sees me to be. And I didn't see myself as the same, so I'm I'm finna leave this relationship. I'm not where I need to be with it. He expecting too much, and I just can't do this. You know, that's where I was with it. But I stuck in, and he, fed into me every day, saying you can do it. You might not be used to it, but I can help you get there. You have this in you. You have these qualities. Um, you have this where you can do it. I don't forget the word I'm looking for, but you can do it, right? So when people feed into you, that also helps you build confidence. You need positive people. Negative people will bring you down. That'll make you even, lose even more confidence about yourself. You got to know who to go to for the right thing to help you in the right area. And so I'm more than grateful that he believed in me. So then I now believe in myself when it comes to relationships. So I am so much better. And I'm getting better day by day. It's still stuff that I'm learning, but I'm confident that I can do it. Right? Even with this business, I was, thinking about like how can I do this? Like I don't. First of all, I can't talk. One, two. I don't know like what I'm doing. And so he manages me. So now I have confidence. Like I have a increased motivation level now because of his pouring into kind of leading me, actually giving help and saying you can do it. And then the more you hear you can do it, the more confidence you gain, and then they have confidence in you, and they have trust that you can do it, and you trust yourself that you can do it. With them or without them there, with them building into you and giving into you and feeding into you, you once have that confidence now where you can do whatever. Just know to do what you're supposed to do. And that's what I had to tell myself. You can't do everything. You're not perfect. You're not, as I say, you're not Jesus. You can't do everything right. You actually can do what you can do. And if you want to do more, you learn how to do it, practice it. Practice make perfect, and then you become, confident in that. So what gives you confidence was the question. And me seeing the help I do for people gives me confidence. The change that I make in my kids every day, confidence. How they open up, how they learn. Like I'm teaching them something they never knew. Or giving them some kind of, I can say at least some of my kids, I give them a parental figure they never had. It's like, oh, that's what life is about. This is what I'm supposed to be. Yeah, this is, I'm gonna help you. That's my job. So that gives me a lot of confidence in the work I do, with how they lead. And my relationship, what gives confidence is the feeding of the other person into me, pouring. I know, of course, people their cups can become empty the more they pour. Nobody's pouring into them. So it's very important to pour into each other. Even if you don't know the right thing to say, or you don't know what to say and how to do it, just a small affirmation work. I'm not gonna let a small thing. So just start with that. So a lot of those are just a few examples, by the way. I have so many, but I came to realization that I have confidence in myself and others have confidence in me. And that came from experiences that came from me just worrying about myself, staying in my lane, not trying to drive everybody else's lane and see how they did this, how they did that. I'm confident in what I can do, and can't nobody take that from me. I'm confident in how I look because God made me unique. Made you unique. You look how you're supposed to look. I'm confident in whatever, anything about you. You be confident in because it's you. Only, it starts within you and then it goes out. So I want to encourage you today to just continue to see what gives you confidence. Think about those things, write it down. I let confidence here, and then write down why. And then also write down what's the strategy you can put in place to start using. It's not good to dwell on negative things. Dwelling on it does not resolve it. But it's always about actually making a step to something greater. What's the problem? How you gonna solve it? Because dwelling on it, we just gonna stay in the same spot. I'm gonna dwell in no confidence. I'm gonna dwell in this and dwell in that. So I want to encourage you to find, your next step to building confidence. Find what you're good at. What are you good at? Don't worry about what somebody else good at, but what are you good at? And then your confidence will build with that. What feature you like about yourself, or love that you can magnify. Don't look at the things minimized that you minimize because you don't like it. What can you magnify that you love about you, and this is what I'm good at. This is, what I look good in, or what, this and that. So confidence is what drives you. It's very important. Very, very important. It is. Without confidence, you got nothing. Just being honest, you don't. So having that confidence, that, having motivation to even build your confidence, those are good things. So I just want you to know that you can be confident whatever you want, as long as it's something that you worried about within yourself. Start within you. Don't worry about nobody else. Your confidence will grow. I promise you it will. It took time for me, and it may take time for you, but as long as you're making the steps necessary, you will become confident. So I just wanted to kind of share that today. Hopefully I get some comments. I want to know what you're thinking, what you can actually put down, what gives you confidence now. How did you gain it? Tell your story, just like I'm telling mine. I'm just giving a few because, I don't want to put everything out there, but I'm being actually open. I'm being honest. I'm transparent. That's who I am. That's one thing about a person that I'm very transparent. I tell my whole story if you let me. However, I can only tell so much. So I just want y'all to just kind of comment, let me know what you think. Just tell your story. Be a help to somebody else. It's like I'm helping you, and so we can be better in what we do every day. All right. I love y'all. Happy Wine Therapy Wednesday, and I will see y'all next time. Be on the lookout. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Share, like, let everybody